This is Hino's Sport, bringing you that heat and that fire. We keeping a foot on the what? On the next. We keeping a foot on the what? On the next. And like the Tibetan mastiff that I am, I'm applying what? Unlimited pressure. Because pressure does what? It bursts his pipes. Errol the True Spence and fucking Terence Crawford. In this instance, I'm not going to say, the Chihuahua barking behind the damn fence. I'm going to actually call him Bud. See, this is what Rudy Poo and Plum Plum brings. Classic Dolce and Troglodytes. Ultra fanboys with the ultra fanboy rhetoric don't get. Look at how Gervonta Tank Davis is getting credit by his fellow peers. But reverse bias, aka detractors, aka panders, want to sit here and tell you that Gervonta Tank Davis fought a fucking cherry. Both of these motherfuckers say that Gervonta Tank Davis's power is like the way that a horse fucking kicks your ass. If you ever been hit by a fucking horse, he knows the sport, bringing you that what? That heat and that fire. And keeping a foot on the what? On the next. And keeping a foot on the what? On the next. I can tell you firsthand, that shit ain't fun. That shit don't feel good at all. If I didn't have my Herculean strength, shit, I don't know if I would have fucking made it. Let me say it again. If I didn't have my Herculean strength, I didn't know if I was gonna fucking make it. That's how a fucking horse kick feels. This is what Gervonta Tank Davis's power is all about. Because in its most cold-hearted, in its most unadulterated, and its most cutthroat truth-teller fashion, Errol the True Spence and Terence Crawford said that Gervonta Tank Davis hits like a fucking horse. He hits with fucking horsepower. Just like Terence Crawford said, it's time to put respect on Gervonta Tank Davis's name. We keeping unlimited pressure. Remember, I'm the Tibetan mastiff of YouTube. I'm applying what? Unlimited pressure. Because pressure does what? It bursts his pipes. Two fighters with very respectable names in the sport gave double salutes to Gervonta Tank Davis because they understood the level of performance that was in front of them. They understood that this was a reenactment of Juan Manuel Marquez versus Manny fucking Pacquiao. But you Rudy Poo and Plum Plum brains made it seem like it was otherwise. You classic Dote and you troglodytes made it seem like it was otherwise. You ultra fanboys with the ultra fanboy rhetoric made it seem like it was otherwise. Why the fuck would you say some bullshit like that? Why the fuck would you say some fuck shit like that? And that's the reason why the sport of boxing is in the gutter. Because of Rudy Poo and Plum Plum brains like you, classic Dote and troglodyte like you, ultra fanboys with the ultra fanboy rhetoric like you. See, you got to call a fucking spade here. You have to keep it real. You got to keep it a buck and you got to keep it 100. When your fighter doesn't fucking win and the fighter that you was rooting for lost fair and square and got tanked the way that he did, emphatically, because we was wondering at the end of the fight if Leo Santa Cruz was going to get the fuck up. That's a legitimized win. There's no controversy. There's no robbery. I.e. super duper hype job variation versus versus Vasily Lomachenko. That right there, at Judy Letterman 119 to 109 scorecard, that's bullshit and fuck shit. That's the three-pronged monster enacted and activated in boxing, economics, politics, and pugilism. But there was no three-pronged monster with Gervonta Tank Davis's power because he's a pull counter extraordinaire. Mike Tyson's power meets Roy Jones Jr. athleticism meets Floyd Money Mayweather. You think it was by accident that Mike Tyson met up with Gervonta Tank Davis? Mike Tyson doesn't just give out his acclaim to fame to just any fucking body. It's because he sees the little Mighty Mouse iteration of Mike Tyson and Gervonta Tank Davis, who was the standard bearer and the trendsetter on YouTube to say that shit. He knows the sport, bringing you that what? That heat and that fire. And keeping a foot on the what? On the next. And keeping a foot on the what? On the next. The bottom line is this. If you're not giving Gervonta Tank Davis his credit, then it speaks volumes about you as a fucking boxing fan. It speaks volumes about you as an insecure and miserable as you know what in your life. I told you, man, betas have a love and hate relationship for alphas because betas want to be like fucking alphas. They can't stand the alpha in Gervonta Tank Davis, so they always want to criticize. The truth and hold and behold. If you ask these motherfuckers if they wanted to have a Gervonta Tank Davis type of career and be where Gervonta Tank Davis was at, these rabbit ass motherfuckers will be first in fucking line. Let me say it again. These rabbit ass motherfuckers will be first in fucking line to have Gervonta Tank Davis' career. But they want to shit on the man each and every single time. This was a fucking cherry. So Vasily Lomachenko, when he fought Guillermo Rigondeaux, made him go 2 weight classes. That wasn't a fucking cherry. It's the things that make you say, It's the things that make you say, at least in this fight, Leo Santa Cruz only went up one weight class, which is the way you're supposed to do this shit. And Gervonta Tank Davis went down one weight class. It wasn't two. It wasn't all the way up to 135. So in this most cold-hearted, unadulterated, and cutthroat truth-teller fashion, it's as simple as fucking this. When you got Errol the True Spence and you got Terence Crawford giving Gervonta Tank Davis the emphatic credit, the cold-hearted credit, the unadulterated credit, the cutthroat truth-teller fashion credit, like the ultimate truth-teller, like he knows his sport, bringing you that what, that heat and that fart, and keeping a foot on the what on the next, and keeping a foot on the what on the next, and into bedded mash shift style, applying what unlimited pressure, because pressure does what? It bursts his pipes. Then the bottom line is this: you gotta give fucking credit, because y'all looking weak out here in these boxing streets. Y'all looking like y'all don't know shit. And y'all supposedly boxing aficionados, y'all looking like fucking casuals. That's the cold-hearted, that's the unadulterated, and that's the cutthroat truth-teller fashion. I keeps the foot on the what on the next. I keeps the foot on the what on the next. When you see butt-hurt ass fucking fans can't give credit, being sore, losing ass, insecure, and miserable as you know what in their lives, it speaks volumes to who they are as an individual. This is He Knows the Sport. Check it out.